Hello and welcome to this webcast on breaking the 100 megabit barrier on a budget for the hospitality sector. Today's guests are asking for a fourth B. The traditional three B's in the hospitality recipe book have been bed, bath, and breakfast. With those three B's, if you covered them, you would have fundamentally a happy guest. But now, since the internet has exploded dramatically and the use of online services has followed, you need to deliver bandwidth as a fourth B to the property. And that fourth amenity is now a critical one for customer retention and customer loyalty related to guest satisfaction scores. Challenges that are commonplace in the hospitality sector include, first and foremost, and above anything else, delivering enough bandwidth to the guests. Guests are accessing internet over Wi-Fi networks in the property. And most importantly, guests are downloading a lot of content. In the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of online media-rich services appear, including Hulu, YouTube, Slingbox, and so on. And guests will download a lot of bandwidth, a lot more than they used to even 2 years ago or 1 year ago. That's just the direction where the internet is going, rich media. Second challenge is cost of internet access through symmetrical links, which is a traditional way of throwing bandwidth at the problem. It's just expensive and not cost productive. T1s, E1s, and so forth are expensive from $1 per megabit for the criticality of the traffic, such as YouTube. So that's not really a good business paradigm for properties. The time to install ISP links is definitely a problem, especially when a property is hosting conferences. If you have to wait 30, 60, 90, or 120 days to get a carrier link installed, then you will have some issues delivering the promised value to the conference. And we're talking about recurring revenue to have to host the same conference or same user group meeting or same company function every year at your property. And many organizations are now expressing their wish to use over 100 megabits of throughput because it's available out there. Now, the idea that Elfiq will bring to the table is that, first and foremost, you can use low-cost asymmetrical links. Just like the cable, fiber, and DSL links that you can use at home, you can have links that can reach up to 100 megabits per second of throughput capacity. And those metrics are available in North America, Asia Pacific, and Europe. So those kind of offerings are now starting to explode left, right, and center on the marketplace for bandwidth. So it's there. How can we use it? We use it through a link aggregation device. Elfiq's LB800D brings a bit of a revolution to this market space because it's a low-cost entry model with 4 gigabit ports. Now, this is important because we can bring the proverbial glass ceiling of 100 megabits because the physical capacity of the unit can handle it. In this context, the 800 model can support 240 megabits of download and 250 megabits of upload capacity. And having this capacity to the property is phenomenal because you can plan for the future. In this context, let's make an example. If your property has two T1s, which is 3 megabits of download and 3 megabits of upload capacity, at the rate of about $800 a month, which is fairly commonplace in metro areas in North America, this is what you have right now. The problem is media-rich internet access and the density of users in the property will tax that carrier capacity and bring it down to a crawl through saturation. What we're proposing as an idea, and many of our customers have started implementing this, is to aggregate multiple carriers onto your network. This idea is not new, but what we're bringing as a new idea to the table is to break that proverbial 100 megabits capacity. So you can use, and these are street metrics that we found on carrier websites. You can get a cable modem, 50 megabits download and 2 megabits upload at about $200 a month. You can get yourself a fiber modem for 50 megabits download and 20 megabits upload for $200 a month. So now we can bring those carrier links, bring the 100 megabit barrier, and plan for the future. What that means to the property, first and foremost, you have 103 megabits of download capacity. You have 34.3 times the previous capacity to deliver download throughput to your guests. Your guests are going to be thrilled about this. Secondly, you bring 25 megabits of upload, which is 8.3 times what you had previously in this scenario. And this is extremely positive because you also bring the ability to failover in case a carrier link fails. Now, this example has been selected because we have 3 carrier technologies in this scenario, and because we have 3 carrier technologies, if one fails, the other should be there to continue operating normally. Now, the second benefit is your ISP fees on a monthly basis only increase for $400 a month. To increase by 34 times your download capacity, the ratio is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the third thing that you get as a benefit in this context is level of service to the guest. Guest satisfaction scores drive so many decisions in an organization, and also drive so many decisions at the guest level. So your guests will be coming back on the topic of internet access. If you cover the 3 basic B's and you can do the 4th B correctly, you've got a loyal customer base. This is it for this webcast. If you have any questions, if you're interested, if you need to know more, wish to know more, want to discuss your options, please feel free to give one of our hospitality specialists a call. You can reach us at 888-463-5347 option 1 or at 514-667-0611 option 1. You can also reach us by email at hospitality@elfiq.com and on the web at elfiq.com/hospitality. On the website, we also give registration-free white papers and registration-free industry guide. Just feel free to go there, download, read, and learn more about how you can raise the level of service in your property for internet access. Thank you very much for listening.